Okay, we just got our ESCs, our Castle 35s in, strapped down. Got our motors in. These are 360 kVs. And I've got my two power takeoffs off the main. One that way, one this way. And that'll go to the UBEC. This unit will likely be a 4S unit. And the goodies. This is a Fy680 Pro stock frame. No stretches. It's got its retracts, blah blah blah. And this is my sweetie. But there's a difference. And I'll lay this across the middle. She's got 1355 props, and that's as big as it's ever going to get. And I'm going to lay this right across the top of that nozzle in the middle. And as you can see, it's 2, almost 3 inches past the other. This one's going to run 16-inch props. Actually, I'm going to put 1555s on here. The Taro splits are already made up. And I'm going to test it with a Wukong system that I have sitting here. Unless the nozzle light gets here first. I just want to see how the frame acts with these motors in 1555s. This doesn't have to carry a heavy load, although some people have put DSLR 3-axis gimbals up under that. And I mean, it'd take an hour to stretch the gear to raise it up higher if need be. But I did my first video with that bad boy today with the GoPro, and wow, it's been a long ride to get a nice smooth video and record it in a place where so much available to where the slightest piece of Jello will show up. And right now the initial reports are good, so I'm waiting on the rest of the pros to check in on it and see what my report card says. In the meantime, this is basically an identical configuration. It's just stretched out a little larger, slower motors, and what I'm trying to do is find that harmonic place in flight with the RPM and the vibrations in the chassis where it evens itself out and basically just goes away. It's like the harmonic balancer on a car. I don't know how much guys get into that part of it with these multi-rotors, but for me, you know, being a 35-year millwright, you know, harmonic balancing in precision machinery is an absolute must, because I don't care how tight your tolerances are. If you've got a vibration, you know, it's a bomb waiting to go off. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So if I can get this system to run like that one and reduce the battery consumption, you know, because right now with that gimbal and the additional gear on it, I'm getting 24 minutes on dual 8000 3S batteries. And this one is probably going to run 4S, but the idea is to lengthen the flight time for the same size battery. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to take what I get. Lesson learned. I bought some $14 motors, and I had initially purchased just one to see what the difference was between those and something like these Fox Techs here. Quality wise, you can see those windings are just gorgeous here. You know, and here these are JD Powers. You know, I don't know how much of the winding you can see, but they're beautiful. They're picture perfect. These are not so perfect. I fired it up. Bearings were really sloppy. I ordered some really nice bearings, and I found that the bearings for these size motors are very common and very cheap, even in a quality issue. So now there's no slop in these bad boys. I mean, there is nothing. They turn just like them $70 motors. There's no wiggling, there's no nothing. The initial speed test, I had it mounted on an arm, clamped in, and it was like with a balanced prop. So I'm doing everything right here with the exception of what I'm spending on it as far as the motors go. And I'm hopeful. I mean, because, you know, everybody doesn't have $2,000. I mean, because when you get right down to it, it costs $1,500 to build that. You add up all the parts, the tail props, the Castle ESCs, you know, it starts to add up. You know, it adds up quick. Even if you use Drone Configurator, doing this on a medium end, it's still going to come without the gimbal, whatnot. It's still going to run you up to about $1,200-1,300 in parts. So, you know, when you consider buying this done, you know, you're looking at a couple grand, and you don't have a radio yet. You know, so these they're not cheap, not in any sense of the word. So, with that said, I'm gonna lock this one down and go ahead and get my bottom plate on, and hook up the flight system and a battery, and see what we got. This is Mr. Phil. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.